Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm Ryan in Singapore, and welcome to Mindfulness Hour. So once a week, we do an extended practice. So instead of a 15-minute meditation, we'll do a 40-minute meditation today. And today is one of my favorite long meditations to lead is the body scan. So today we'll go through the entire body from toes all the way up to the crown of the head and explore what's going on in your body today. So hello everybody. Hi Rob. Hi Cece. Hi Tina. Hello Rachel. Good morning Key. Hello Dirk. Hi Jean. Hi Sarah. Hi Leslie. Hi Kayla in Okinawa. Hi Susie. And maybe we'll pronounce this wrong. Quayana? Welcome. And welcome everybody. I'm sorry, I don't know if this is Kate in Russia. I suppose I can't read Russian, so I don't know how to pronounce your name, but welcome. It's wonderful to have you. Hope you're doing okay. Hello, Angie. Hello, Mia. Hello, Maza. And hey, everybody. So, more people are going to get rolling in here as we get started in our mindfulness practice today. Hello, Carol. Yes. Yeah. So welcome everybody. It's so wonderful to have you here and to share in this time and to join in this practice together. So what we've been doing in the past week, and so what I'm going to do is just have a quick review of the things that we've been going over, is we've been talking about some of the benefits of body scan and why we do the body scan. Body scan is the very first meditation that we learn in mindfulness-based stress reduction. It's the meditation that is the homework after day one. After day one, I tell my participants we're going to be meditating by ourselves with a recording for 45 minutes every day. And for some people, this is daunting, and the task can be quite challenging, especially for people who've never meditated before. But the idea of using this as a starting meditation is that, well, one, it has a moving object. So we're not focusing on one area of the body. And I grab my belly because often this is where we're going when we observe the breath, is just following the breath here at the belly. So with the body scan, we're exploring the entire body from toes to head. And it's sometimes a bit easier than, for some people, than just focusing on one place. So this is one of the reasons that we use it. Another reason that we use it is that this body scan can be relaxing. So the way that the body scan is designed is to be a bit more relaxing than other meditations. The encouragement for the body scan is to do it lying down. And so as we're lying down, we don't need to be engaging any of our muscles. We can be really relaxed. We can let go of whatever tightness that we need to have in our muscles to stay upright. We can, and you can observe it as you lie down. Can you just lie there and sink into the mat? So, or the sofa, or whatever it is that you're on, and you can potentially become more relaxed. Which kind of brings us into, the next piece is that we find that bracing against tension actually causes something physical to happen. So this kind of transitions us into the third benefit of body scan, and that is increased bodily awareness. So starting to notice and practicing bringing more attention and fine detail attention, like this high resolution awareness. The more we the more we continue our practice, the more we can find that it becomes easier and more natural, and it just kind of happens. We can start to notice more subtle sensations in the body, things that we couldn't notice before. Very small, slight sensations become more obvious as we do this practice more often. And what's the benefit of this? Well, we can, going back to relaxation, notice when tension starts to show up in the body. And you can find that not just physical activity causes tension, but also the mind and stresses that we have in the mind will cause physical tension. And as you become more accustomed to scanning through your body, you might start to notice when I feel stressed, my stress starts to show up as I brace in my shoulders, as I brace in my lower back, as my teeth clench. All of these things we start to discover as we go on this journey of learning about how to tune into the body and how to do the body scan. And furthermore, as we explore what subtle bodily sensations happen, you can also start to notice, so that this kind of goes along with stress maybe manifesting, and how we react emotionally. And this also goes along with pain. When we find pain and we feel like, I don't want this pain to be here, sometimes the emotions around pain are another one of those things that cause tension. And so the tension can actually exacerbate the pain and make the pain worse. So noticing then this can help as you start to notice the thoughts that are around pain and other emotions. As emotions come up, seeing how those emotions start to manifest in the body. So besides tension, as we look at other emotions, there are other kinds of bodily sensations that come with those emotions. So fear could be a sickness in the stomach, a coldness in the hands. Anger could be a tightness in the chest, a tightness in the face, a warmth in the face. And so learning to observe these sensations in the body gives you a little bit more control when we start to notice emotions arising. Because if you've ever experienced strong emotions, what you probably notice is that once you get deep into that emotion, it becomes a lot harder to pull out. And that this is a good. There are good reasons behind this as well. It's because the hormones that are associated with those are already in the bloodstream, and there's a feedback loop between the prefrontal cortex and the amygdala and the other stress response systems in the brain. And each time we check in with the prefrontal cortex, is this something I should be really worried about? Yes, okay, release more stress hormones. And so this feedback loop can get more and more intense, especially when we keep saying yes, this is something that we need to worry about. And so this kind of thing happens subconsciously. And so the real question here is, if can you notice those emotions when they're in their infancy, before this feedback loop goes, before your body is flooded with all of these stress hormones? So you start to notice these early symptoms, and the research shows that your body, your ability to notice the physical sensations happens before your cognitive awareness of the emotion coming up. So I'll just say that one more time. Your ability to notice the physical sensation, the symptoms of those emotions, is easier for you to tune into than your cognitive awareness that emotion's coming. So if you do the body scan, if you practice noticing physical sensations, you can start to become aware of emotions when they're in their infancy and start to take action. Find something to do, and action can be as simple as, I notice this emotion's here. Noticing anger noticing fear, noticing anxiety, noticing depression. Anytime we notice that these thoughts are happening, that awareness alone is sometimes enough already just to create that space between whatever the stimulus is and your response to it. So lots of great stuff going on with the body scan. A favorite of my meditations, of course, because of just the power there is in noticing your physical sensations. So that's what we're going to do today. That's basically the review of what we've talked about this week, and we're going to go ahead and get into practice. So find your comfortable posture. I'm going to lead the meditation today from a seated posture, but I would encourage you, and this is for practical reasons, so it's easier for me to project my voice. However, I would encourage you to lie down if you have the space, if you've prepared well enough. And one other thing, as you lie down, your muscles are relaxed, and we're going to be together here today for 40 minutes. So you might start to get cold as you're so relaxed. So do remember to use a blanket, find a way to keep yourself warm, because otherwise it could be uncomfortable in the middle of the meditation to have to go and rearrange something. So go ahead and get yourself comfortable. We're going to get started here. If you are lying down, I would encourage you to choose this posture of lying on your back, your arms slightly away from the body, palms open toward the ceiling, legs slightly parted, feet gently falling away from each other, and maybe having something to cushion your head from the hardness of your mat or even your bed. Because over 40 minutes you can maybe start to feel a little bit of discomfort in that spot in the back of your head that's in contact with your mat. And so here we are. I would encourage you to remain still for the duration of this meditation if you can. So there's no need for you to generate sensations as we come to a part of the body by moving it. The idea here is, can you really bring your full attention, feature that part of your body, center stage in the spotlight of your awareness? So now let's take a moment to start to feel where the body is in contact with the supporting surface. So if you're lying down, you may feel your heels in contact, backs of the legs, the buttocks, the backs of the hands, the elbows, the shoulder blades, maybe part of the neck, and the back of the head. So let's take just a moment to feel this sensation of being touched, sensation of gravity pulling down on the body, and the supporting surface pushing back. So exploring, using this pressure, this sense of being touched as a way to kind of calibrate your awareness. Remember what it feels like to be touched. And so now bringing awareness away from those points and towards the belly. So another kind of calibration before we get started into the main meditation, just feeling the belly rising and falling with the breath. If you're lying down, one thing you may notice is that there's a little bit more space for the belly to expand and contract as you're lying down. So noticing this continuous movement, this continuous change as the belly expands with the in-breath, contracts with the out-breath. So for some of us, it's helpful to imagine that there's a spotlight shining down on the body, shining down on the area of the body that we are currently working on. And at the moment, we're at the belly, so can you shine your spotlight of attention down on the belly, featuring it center stage in the spotlight of awareness. Discovering what's here now. And on the next exhalation, releasing awareness of the belly and moving that spotlight down the left side of the body through the left hip, the left thigh, the left knee, the left lower leg, the left ankle, all the way out into the left foot and to the left toes, the toes of the left foot. Can you feel the big toe? How about the little toe? How about the second toe? The third toe? And the fourth toe? So no need to wiggle them, no need to create sensations, just as best you can, bringing your attention to the toes of the left foot. Noticing the spaces between the toes. Expanding awareness to the sole of the left foot, the arch, the heel, the ankle, the top of the left foot, and the left ankle. So shining the spotlight of awareness down on the entirety of the left foot, examining all of the sensations that you feel here now. And on the next exhalation, releasing the left foot from awareness as we move our spotlight gently and slowly to the left lower leg. Noticing the shin, the calf, the skin on the outside, the flesh and bones on the inside. Maybe even noticing blood moving through the left calf, the left lower leg. Paying attention to whatever normal, natural sensations are here. Could even be the contact between your skin and your clothing. Maybe you notice warmth. Maybe you notice coolness. Maybe you notice tingling or itching. Just whatever's here, observing, welcoming. I'm not trying to change anything. Seeing your body and the sensations within exactly as they are. And on the next exhalation, releasing the left lower leg from awareness. as we guide attention to the left knee. Noticing the kneecap, the back of the knee, the sides of the knee, the inside of the knee. Observing. And on the next exhalation, releasing the left knee from awareness and moving the attention up to the left thigh. Noticing the larger muscles here, maybe even the fat around the thigh, the skin, the bones, the blood. Paying kind attention to this very important part of my body, this part of me. Can I become aware of the sensations here? And remember, if you have difficulty in this practice, if you find that your mind is wandering, remember that this is a natural and normal part of the meditation process. Every time you notice that your mind has wandered away, gently acknowledge for a moment that the mind has wandered, because of course it already has. No need to beat yourself up for it. And gently escort the mind back to whatever part of the body we're working on. And right now we're at the left thigh. Feel the sensations here. Sensation of being touched by clothing, whatever else is showing up here for you now. And on your next exhalation, releasing the left thigh from awareness. And gently guiding the attention across the pelvis to the right hip and down the right leg, past the knee, past the lower leg, past the ankle, into the foot, and all the way out into the toes of the right foot. Can you feel the big toe? Can you feel the little toe? What normal, natural sensations are there? Maybe your toes are cool or cold. Maybe they're warm. Maybe you find moisture here. So what is it that I experience when I examine my toes? Can I feel the second toe? The third toe? The fourth toe? The spaces between the toes? And now how about the sole of the foot? The arch of the right foot? The heel? The ankle? The top of the foot? So center stage now, the spotlight of awareness shining down on the right foot, this very important part of the body. Maybe even having some gratitude that I have a right foot. or for those that are missing pieces or all. Scanning other parts of the body. On the next exhalation, releasing the right foot from awareness. Guiding attention into the right lower leg. Noticing the shin, the calf muscle, the bones, noticing the blood flowing through the right calf, the right lower leg. Holding awareness here, examining whatever subtle sensations you may be feeling. And on the next exhalation, releasing the right lower leg from awareness. As we guide attention into the right knee, the kneecap, the back of the knee, the sides of the knee, the inside of the knee. What can I feel? What do I experience in this region of my body? Maybe bringing some kind attention and some gratitude to the fact that I have a knee. I use this knee for mobility. And for those who are missing body parts today, you can always rest your attention at your breath. And on the next exhalation, releasing the right knee from awareness as we guide attention to the right thigh. The front of the thigh, the back of the thigh, the inner thigh, the outer thigh. The muscles, the bones, all the way up to the hip. Featuring this very important part of the body center stage in your awareness today. Now is the time for us to explore the region of the right thigh. And as you breathe out, releasing the right thigh from awareness and focusing attention on the right hip, around the back to the right buttock, noticing the contact between the buttock and the supporting surface, noticing the tailbone, Bringing attention to the left buttock, to the left hip, to the front of the pelvis. Maybe also noticing the internal organs here, the urinary bladder. Noticing the genital region, the perineum, the anal region. As we hold the entirety of our pelvic region in the forefront of awareness, noticing what is here now, what physical sensations can I experience in my pelvis. And on the next exhale, releasing the pelvis from awareness. And bringing attention to the tailbone and slowly moving up the tailbone. Noticing perhaps the sacrum, the lower vertebrae, as we expand into the muscles of the lower back. Maybe you can even feel some indications of your breathing here. Can you feel some slight expansion in the lower back as you breathe in? So continuing now to move up the back into the mid-back. Maybe starting to notice where the ribs are coming out of the vertebrae. Noticing the rib cage as it comes around the body. And then as we continue climbing the vertebrae into the upper back, noticing the shoulder blades. Is there any tightness in the back, in the upper back? And so as we hold the entirety of the back body in awareness, just observing what is here now. What are you experiencing now in this region of the back body? And if at this point in the meditation you find yourself starting to drift off, remember that this is an invitation to fall awake. So if you find yourself drifting off, maybe opening the eyes, looking at a light on the ceiling, using this as a time to stay focused, to observe these sensations in the body, to continue to hold awareness in whatever region of the body we're working on. And right now we're at the back body. And on the next exhalation, releasing the back body from awareness. And guiding attention around to the front of the body. noticing the abdomen, the movement of the abdomen with the breath once again. The expansion and contraction, maybe the slight movement of the clothing across the skin as the belly contracts and expands. And what about the inside? Can you feel your digestive organs? Can you feel any movement there? Expanding and contracting, feeling the movement of the belly as you breathe. And now on the next exhalation, releasing the abdomen from awareness and guiding attention up towards the chest. Noticing the rib cage, the slight expansion and contraction of the rib cage as you breathe. What about the heart? Can you feel the heart beating inside your chest? This muscle that never rests. Can you feel the lungs? You feel the air moving in and out of your lungs as you breathe. Can you feel the sternum? Is there tension here? So what do you notice? So simply opening up to observe whatever sensations you're feeling in the chest. And on the next exhalation, releasing awareness of the chest. And bringing attention down the left arm. All the way down until we reach the fingers of the left hand. Can you notice your thumb? The tip of the thumb. The index finger. The middle finger. The ring finger. And the little finger, the pinky finger. Can you feel the palm of the hand? The back of the hand? The left wrist? What do you notice? Can you feel pulsations? Can you feel moisture? Can you feel coolness or warmth? What's here in the left hand? Expanding awareness into the left forearm. Into the left elbow. The left upper arm. the left armpit, and the left side body. Including the sensations here. And including the left shoulder. So taking a moment to hold the entirety of the left arm as well as the left hand in awareness. And on the next exhalation, releasing the left arm, the left hand from awareness. As we guide our attention to the right side, down the right arm, out into the fingers of the right hand, the right thumb, the right index finger, the right middle finger, the right ring finger, and the right little finger, the pinky. Expanding awareness into the palm of the right hand, to the back of the right hand, to the right wrist, what do you feel? Pulsations, warmth, coolness, dryness, itching. What is here? Exploring with that beginner's mind. What is happening in my body? What can I feel? What is here in the present moment? What do I experience in my right hand? Continuing to the right forearm. The right elbow. The right upper arm. The right armpit. The right side body. And the right shoulder. An area that may hold tension for some. Just observing what is here. What am I experiencing? And the right arm, the right hand, the right shoulder, featuring the entirety of the right arm and right hand in awareness now. And on the next exhalation, releasing the right arm, the right hand from awareness. And guiding attention now into the neck. So between the shoulder blades, between the shoulders, coming up into the neck, feeling the vertebrae coming upwards. Feeling the muscles of the neck. Around to the front of the neck, to the softer tissue here. to the blood vessels, bringing blood to and from the head. The larynx, this conduit, bringing air from outside the body inside, and also taking air from inside and bringing it back out, feeling the air moving in the larynx. The esophagus, so holding the neck in its entirety in the forefront of your awareness, letting it be in the spotlight, center stage, feeling what's here now. And then as you breathe out, releasing the neck from awareness and beginning to scan into the face, feeling the chin, the jaw, noticing any tension in the jaw, the mouth, the lips, the teeth, the gums, the tongue. The nose, air moving in and out of the nostrils as you breathe. The cheeks, the ears, maybe noticing sounds falling on the ears. And now the eyes. And if the eyes are open, what they happen to be drinking in this moment. The muscles around the eyes, how do they feel? The eyebrows, the forehead, the temples, the scalp, exploring the entirety of the scalp, including the crown of the head. What do you feel here in the crown of the head? The back of the head, maybe feeling the place where your head is in contact with your pillow. And can you bring the awareness into the center of the head, noticing that you have a skull, and inside the skull is your brain. Can you bring your attention to the center of your head? What's that like? Is that possible? And on the next exhale, letting go of awareness of the head and face. And now let's expand awareness to the entirety of the body, from head to toe. What do you feel? What loud sensations are there? What are the obvious sensations for you to tune into? What are the not so obvious sensations? Can you feel it all? Can you feel the body breathing, the heart beating, sensation of touching, of clothing, the supporting surface? All of it. Can you drink in all of the sensations the body is experiencing now. And soon now we'll draw our practice to its close, but before we do, I'd like to invite you to take a moment to give yourself a little bit of gratitude. Thank yourself for having made time today to do this powerful practice, to learn how to get back in touch with your body. And maybe even setting some intention to do practices like this regularly so that you can continue strengthening that muscle of attention. So congratulations, everyone. We'll close practice with 3 rings of the bell. Thanks, everyone. Feel free to wiggle your fingers and toes to stretch out any way you like. So how'd it go today? Feel free to share. Got a few more minutes left before we sign off. And as well, any questions or comments about the body scan, because we're going to be transitioning. Tomorrow is my day of rest, but afterwards we're going to start a new series on mindful movement. So kind of a good transition. So we've built some body awareness this week, being still, and so can we take some of that body awareness that we've been cultivating and bring it into a movement practice? So this is the plan of transition out of this series into the next series coming up. So let's have a look at the chat here. Didn't have a chance to say hello to Irma, so hello. Welcome, Robin. Hello, Kayla. Hey, Leslie and Cece. Dirk shares this was a good week. Today the best. Thanks, Dirk, for sharing. Yeah, this meditation, it felt good for me too. It doesn't mean, though, that it felt good for everyone today. And so I would really encourage you, if you had a challenging time today, please share that in the chat. I doubt that you're the only person on here today who had a hard time. And so sometimes it feels good to read a chat from someone who also has had a challenging experience. Thank you, Jean. Jean shares, I had to guide myself back to the area of focus again and again today. Thanks, Jean, for sharing. And this can be very common. I did my own, as part of my own practice, I did body scan yesterday, and wouldn't you know it, I drifted off and fell asleep. So it happens, that we all have different challenges in our practice from time to time. Today is a different day than yesterday was. So, be open, be caring to yourself, and be okay with your situation as best as you can. CC shares, it helps to keep coming back to practice. Thanks for sharing. That's my main message. My main message that comes out of the mindfulness daily practice is that, practice regularly. Practice regularly, and that's how you're going to see the most results. That's really how you're going to see some benefit. I think that's one of the most disappointing things for me as a teacher is if I'm leading these one-off classes at a yoga studio or something, and people come one time and then I never see them again. They go, well, this didn't work for me. Well, it's because it's, what are you expecting, I suppose? And your expectations can really drive what we're getting. And the other thing, too, is, I remember when I first started meditating, I also had that kind of idea of, well, what am I doing here? And it took a good few weeks before I started to see the difference that my meditation was having in my life. So I guess I just want to echo that. Keep coming back, keep practicing. That's how you're going to see the difference and the benefits in your life of your mindfulness practice. Thanks, CC, for your donation. Tina shares, great practice. Appreciated your voice cueing us as I yo-yoed in and out of awareness. Thanks, Tina, for sharing. Rachel says, I was with you till the toes of the left foot and then fell asleep. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Kayana shares, I found today's practice challenging. I'm struggling a bit with quieting my mind as I'm experiencing heart palpitations due to anxiety. Thank you for sharing. However, I do see it helpful. How helpful it will be in time. I'll say it again. However, I do see how helpful it will be with time in lots of practice. Thanks for sharing. And I suppose if it helps, I have arrhythmia as well that comes and goes, and that can be challenging for me to roll out the red carpet for, and go, arrhythmia is here now. I know I can. That's certainly something that gives me awareness of my heart. So I know when that happens, and know how that can feel. And interesting how anxiety can exacerbate that the arrhythmia as well, or bring it on, at least in my case. I know if I experience some extremely stressful situation, that actually can cause my heartbeat to change. So thank you, Jean, for encouraging. Keep coming back. Keep practicing, everyone. So thank you, everybody, for being here today. If you missed any part of today's practice, I have recordings of the practice. So if you want, or if maybe you want to come back and visit part of the practice, or you want to do this meditation again, this practice has been recorded and is still being recorded. And I upload a few hours after this is done, upload it to the website I use for recordings, which is a website that has a lot of videos on it. So you can find the replays of these live events there. Go check them out. And also join us in Ryan's Daily Mindfulness Circle, as I'll post some commentary, a little bit of like a one paragraph write-up of each session there. And you can check out my recordings on Insight Timer as well. There's a lot out there. Well, not that many of really some of the basics, so you can use those as well. There is a 45-minute body scan for you to use if you'd like to check it out. And yes, of course, Jean shares there is a group practice when on my day off. So tomorrow at the same time, there is a practice group. I think it's in Ryan's Daily Mindfulness Circle. So you can check it out there. Yes, welcome new people. If it's your first time joining, come back, start to see what daily practice can do for you. Oh, we. Thanks, Jean. Yeah, I have the day off, so there's a practice group tomorrow in my daily mindfulness circle. So as you know, probably Insight Timer has these. It has the ability in the groups to do group meditations together. So I don't know. I like that. It's good stuff. All right, so let's close practice the way that we do, which is by sending well wishes to ourselves and to each other. So you can follow along if you like, or you can just listen, or you don't have to listen. You do whatever you like. So let's start with self. May I be happy and peaceful. May all of you watching, listening, wherever you are, I wish you all happiness and peace. And may all sentient life around the universe, on this great planet of ours, I wish them all happiness and peace. Thanks so much, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you Monday morning my time, which might be Sunday night for you. Until then, bye-bye.